what are the tough challenges that you face in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, I think we need to follow the lead of the government. I believe that, overall economic recovery is the responsibility of how they will allocate capital, how they will continue with their monetary policy. These are macroeconomic decisions that, we leave to the government and don't have a strong point of view on. We are there to compete in Japan. For me, if I look at some of the things that we see as a challenge, it's how do we live up to that responsibility to the community, to the associate base, but also to our shareholders. We do have that responsibility. And I had the pleasure of meeting with the prefectural government, who took time out of, obviously, his incredibly busy schedule. He's responsible for an awful lot. There is, you've seen the pictures, you've seen the video. You can't imagine, I've been there, you can't imagine the sense of sitting at around 3 kilometers inland at a rather high place, looking forward and looking as far as the eye can see on either side, the devastation. I mean, we're talking hundreds of kilometers of abject devastation. And that is going to take years to recover. And it's an infrastructure. And for us, we made the commitment that one of the things that we learned in our Chile, we have the ability to put up basically temporary stores. If they'll get us water and they'll give us electricity, we'll be able to set up very quickly tent type that can handle, relative storms, etc., temporary stores. And we do it in a way that is, low cost, so we can offer low priced goods, but our associates feel good, the community feel good, but there's still a return for our shareholders, because at the end of the day, the model has to be sustainable in terms of value and the creation of value. For me, I think it's just going to be a long time to just simply clean up all of that. It'll take years. And our challenge is, how do we help in a productive way that looks after those 3 stakeholders and support the government by, as much as possible, doing what we do well, staying out of the way, and I think, making everyone proud we're there. I don't know what's going to happen on the nuclear piece. It's not changed. And I think inherent in not changing, it's dropped off a bit from the news. But it isn't solved.
Right.
It is a major issue. And I think, Japan is not alone, and one of the biggest challenges is revisiting some long-held assumptions as to what is the integrity, physical integrity of those facilities. How many other nuclear power plants are on earthquake faults that were designed to go to a 9 earthquake? Well, we've now seen that a country that over-engineers things in terms of earthquakes, it was not designed for a 9, because that's what happened. And then you add on to that a tsunami, and how many others are within 5 or 8 or 10 kilometers, which in the tsunami in 2004, some of those went that far inland. The water and the damage is 8 to 10 kilometers inland. I think the world has to reevaluate this stuff. I think we'll do what we can to support Japan, but I think that's also a major challenge for the country.